Are we live? Is this live?
That's live.
This is weird. I'm just joking. Welcome to Insomniac Live. James is over there today.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
I stole his seat.
Do you want to sit here?
No, you're fine. You're
okay.
fine. That's
So-
the guest of honor seat.
So
The guest of honor.
we're not in North Carolina today, if you could tell.
No, we're not.
This is not virtual. Normally this is virtual. Today we're in Burbank, and I'm stealing James's spot.
We have a real Brian Intihar. It's not a virtual Brian Intihar.
Yes.
It's true. I don't know. I feel like a robot. These
You know,
days,
so there's
I'm gonna
a
play while you guys talk.
there's a James. Have you met James Burns in Burbank, North Carolina?
No.
Well, anyway, he
I've never even been to the Carolinas.
he wears a backwards hat
Oh, is it?
sometimes.
Really?
I've never been to Carolina,
Yeah,
no.
they could have sent you out there.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
a
we got
Chiefs
some
fan.
barbecue.
He's a Chiefs fan.
He's having a good fall so far.
But anyway, when he's on, he wears his hat and everything, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's a broke-ass Brian Intihar."
Oh. I almost wore my backwards hat today.
Almost.
Almost. I almost did.
But I mean, too fancy for. That's not fancy enough for breakfast.
So-
No, I had a breakfast meeting that I didn't want to look like a schlub. So you guys played last week?
Yeah,
I wasn't
we
able
mainly
to
just
come.
did side stuff. We did the
okay.
we did the Jefferson Davis mission.
Okay.
It seemed like you guys quit in the middle of that, and we finished the Jefferson
Yeah, we did.
Davis mission, and then we did the whole. I think we had. That's where Pete gets evicted right after that, right? I think
Yeah.
we did eviction, and that's it. And then we just did a bunch of like.
So which suits have you guys unlocked?
Oh, that's a good question. What have we unlocked? They wanted to wear the Stark suit last time, but we can switch suits now.
Yeah, why don't we do something else? Why don't...
What do you want? You want punk? You want?
I don't know, that Scarlet Spider suit looks pretty cool.
Which
or
one?
the negative one looks cool too.
Alright. But it's always Web Blossom, because Web Blossom is.
I like the
OP.
bulletproof.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can tell, we're using this new chat pod here.
No.
I noticed that.
Can
It
you
looks
read it now?
different.
Well, we blew it up.
I mean, I personally can't sneak some blondies with that, but it looks
Okay.
cool.
Well, we can make it bigger.
Nah, I wouldn't use Bills.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Remaster's here, Kian's here, Dr. Aizen's here, Raptor is here, Kron's here. Wow, why is Kron here? Does Kron usually show up in your streams? He barely shows up in our streams.
Yeah, he's there. He's there Monday, Wednesday, Friday every week.
Oh, okay.
He just doesn't like you as much.
That's fine. It's because he's Canadian. He has something against North Carolina.
So what have you guys been up to? What's going on? Tell me how's life? Outside, I don't want to hear about your Bengals, so don't tell me about the Bengals.
Let's not talk about football, please.
We could talk about that Purdue beat Nebraska too.
What did they lose again this weekend?
Oh yeah,
They haven't won a
0-5.
game yet?
They're 0-5 or 6.
Who they lose to this week?
Wisconsin.
Well, they should have lost Wisconsin.
Of course, we did cover the spread for the first time this season, so that's good.
God, man, it's like being a Browns fan.
Except no,
Yeah, but except the Browns are
won a
winning
couple
now.
games.
They are.
They go to overtime a lot though.
3 or 5 games. It's the worst. I told my dad. I told my dad. Obviously, I got my fandom from my father, and my stepmom has become a fan obviously through my father, and she goes, and my dad texts me going, she can't take this anymore, it's aging her. I go, tell her that I'm actually 18 years old, but I'm a Browns fan, makes me look like I'm in my mid-40s. It's just, the games are so stressful. I told my dad it's easier when they were bad. It was just easier when they were bad.
Welcome to my life. No.
Yeah, God.
Do
you guys think you're going to win a playoff game?
No. Not with Marvin Lewis. But I will say this, that Steelers playoffs game that we should have won and didn't win, that I think I gained 25 years that day.
Oh, God. I know.
At the end of that game, I was on the floor in front of my TV telling myself, why do I ever do this to myself? And why am I still a fan of these guys? But anyway, let's not talk about football anymore. Let's talk about...
Look at all the new followers. AK Busy, Yusuf 23, Game Review 20.
Zeke with her?
Oh, here's one of my favorite. Have you guys looked at the photo wall?
Yeah. Who's up there right now?
I'm never on there.
Oh, it looks like Carrie.
I don't think-
is.
I'm right there on the left. Right there, see? Right above your head.
It changes, though, right? It's
Well, the top
one
one
at the
changes.
top
top one
changes,
changes.
yeah.
So sometimes you'll be double.
Yeah, I'm not on there.
And so, there's some people have pointed out. Let's see. I feel like there's a couple people that are on here twice actually, which I think is really fun.
I think I was only on there twice when I was at the top once, and I've only seen a screenshot of me being at the top. I've never seen myself being at the top.
There's Ted. He's up at the top all the time.
Who's he next to? He's next to
Jacinda on the
Patrick.
right and Patrick on the left.
Yeah.
I'm right there.
There's Chad and Doug and Dom.
So many Insomniacs. Anyway, that's just a bunch of Insomniacs. Corey took a bunch of mug shots one day.
Let's talk about UFC 229.
I didn't want.
Man, that was. I didn't see it when it happened. I just saw the Twitter reactions
I
afterwards.
saw Twitter reactions.
Oh my god! But did you see the interview with what's his face? That guy.
No, I didn't. Oh yes, about the guy.
Joe Rogan interview.
That was amazing. Where he took his pants off because his.
Why'd you take your pants off?
Because his nether regions were too hot.
And then Joe Rogan just goes, "I understand."
But the rest of it, it's even more.
Yeah, because he says Donald Trump told me to knock this Russian effer out.
And then oh my god, it was so funny.
Is Ryan's dad around here somewhere?
He's not here. He's not at this point.
Yeah. Patch Brian in ASAP. You need to get your photo on the wall.
No, I don't want to be on the wall.
I would like to listen to more about the game and talking each other rather than random stuff, please. Okay, Beast Blood.
All right, ask me
he's
questions.
a troll. He's a troll. Let's ask questions.
Yeah, ask me a question, Beast Man or whatever your name is.
I have
objective.
the Beast Blood.
Beast Blood, ask me a question.
UFC is basically a WWE event at the end, except for real people who are getting punched.
Hope May's couch is comfortable.
Hey, it's Brandon.
Oh, what's up, B. Winfrey? I do love May's office.
Miss you.
I know.
Aww.
So here's a question someone asked me. Turn around. Look at the pictures that Peter drew when he was younger.
A Spider-Man?
Yeah. How did he have the advanced suit?
Well,
I don't think these are all Peters.
They're not all
No,
Peters.
These are kids from the
I know.
shelter.
But he says the
But
dialogue is
some of them
are.
were made by Pete when he was a kid. Some of them aren't.
So they've come in since he's made the advanced suit.
And so, spoiler alert.
And the plushie.
So, spoiler alert. So you can tune this out if you haven't finished the game. But since Aunt May knows, Pete doesn't know that Aunt May knows, it would make sense that she would keep drawings of Spider-Man by the kids because it's a drawing of her nephew, even if that's exactly why she keeps them
that's
up on the
right.
wall.
Look at us thinking.
Let's see.
Yeah, I get it.
Now, I do love this dorky photo. This is my favorite.
Is that a real picture, or did they render that?
I think that's a real picture.
Who is that?
I don't know.
It's somebody. I think it actually is an Insomniac or a Insomniac's kid.
So great.
Just like that.
That kid is Spider-Man.
You know, it's crazy, right?
New game plus.
Question mark.
It's coming.
Question mark.
It's coming.
It's coming
Soon.
Yeah, soon, right?
Yeah,
Soonish.
It's
really soon. I
Yeah,
think.
really soon. It's Black Cat is 2 weeks away.
If I was a betting man, I would guess it would be here before Black Hat.
I can't take
It's possible.
Or during, or around,
Yeah.
or maybe a little after. It's coming next year.
No, it's not coming
it's not
next
coming
year.
next
It's definitely not coming next year.
It's coming. What happened?
Do you know? Oh, there's Beast Blood. What does Beast Blood want?
Here's my question, Brian. What happened to the part where Spider-Man runs through the coffee shop in the 2016 trailer?
Just cut from the game.
There you have it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that just wasn't working with the flow of the mission, so we cut it. It was a really cool part, just wasn't working.
Oh, by the way, we did win Viewer's Choice for September on PlayStation
Yeah.
Blog, so
Best
congratulations.
game of the month in September.
Yeah.
PlayStation Blog.
Thank
As
you,
voted by
Mute
viewers. Did
Mayhem.
you see my favorite yesterday? Someone who basically has been putting together like historical charts for Japan.
Oh, I saw that.
Like it was the first Western game to ever be the top seller while they've been doing the charts. Now I'm sure at some point a Western game was top seller, but it's very, very rare for a game developed in the West to be the #1 selling game of the month.
I did see that. I did see that. Falarka retweeted that. That's why I knew.
Why does Spider-Man always have his web shooters on? He doesn't necessarily always have the web shooters on. He has the Fitbit parts because there's like a little thing that attaches to him, right? The actual web shooters attached to him.
Yeah, I think they
go to
might
photo
have,
mode and check it out. See if we have them.
Well, I mean, that allows him to kind of spring into Spider-Man action if he needs it right away.
Plus, if he's ever in the John and he needs toilet paper,
Can you spare a
you
square?
shoot under
Just
the.
call it the John.
Well,
I haven't heard anyone call it the John in a long time.
I don't know why I call it the John. I never ever called it John.
Evan
Either,
Falarka's on the stream.
Oh, what's up? Wow. Everybody's here.
and
Man.
Spicy Chicken is on
Did
the
you see
stream.
all the new followers?
Dazzler? Wait, Winfrey, we are trying to get Dazzler. Let's go for
Drunk
Dazzler.
If we get Dazzler, can we get Brandon to cosplay?
Sure. I don't think you even have to get him in the game for that.
No, he would do it for free too.
Yeah, that's true.
He probably
Drunkage-
cosplays on the weekends as Dazzler anyway.
Probably.
Drunkage, G. Entertainment, the Johnny 1010, SMCG 85, Zeus the Gato, Cold Weather Comedian.
I'm the goose.
You know, the Cold Weather Comedian makes me think of Bill Murray in Groundhog Day.
Northwest guy. Thanks for the follow, all of you. You know, we have some of the best follower usernames. There's been some streams where I just am on awe of some of these people's usernames.
I think people just have good Twitch usernames. You have to be creative to find any sort of username on the internet these days. So,
have they had an update on anything or any news? I just got here. Yeah, we basically told everything already. You missed it.
Yeah. Next
spoiled
5,
everything.
Next like 5 DLCs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, everything. Yeah.
No, the only news we have, which is not new news, is that October 23rd is Black Cat Heist.
It's really good.
And soon is New Game Plus / Ultimate Difficulty.
And then I saw last night Gavin, our lead character artist, sent out the suits that are actually going to be in the second round of deals.
Turf Wars in November?
Yeah, and those are...
Is that the one that's on the update?
I don't know. Did it go out this?
I don't know. I've seen some pretty cool ones.
Is it the one that like you look at, you're like, how the heck did they make that kind of thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. There's some awesome suits in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Gavin and the crew are making cool stuff.
In other words,
I would say that in the second DLC is my favorite suit. I'll declare that right now.
In other words, get your City Never Sleeps DLC now.
It's really good.
And if you buy it as a bundle, it's $5 cheaper. So buy it as a bundle. That's what I would do.
Another kid drawing.
So I'll tell you something funny. We actually, in this mission, Jefferson Davis calls you to tell you about the construction site.
Yep.
And originally we were going to have Miles answer the phone and go, "Is this really Spider-Man?"
Yeah.
We just ran out of time with the recording, but it was originally Miles was actually going to get on the phone because Jefferson sets up that his son is a Spider-Man fan.
It's Scarlet the Heels is here. Scarlet Heels is here, and James's mama. James's mama is James Byrne's mom. She watches our streams.
That's awesome.
Does she know she gave birth to
A Brian Intar lookalike?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she's been on stream when he's been called Brian Intar before.
That's how I apologize.
Remaster Resistance says his code isn't working. Well, you know what? Contact PlayStation support, please.
Yep.
He's trolling anyway.
Why did you guys decide not to add the Statue of Liberty to the playground?
Because it's really far away from the city and there's nothing to attach to and swing out to it.
Yeah, it's just a choice.
Here's a question. Why do we not have the Statue of Liberty walking through the streets in New York?
What do you think Turf Wars is?
The goo? What is this stuff called? What
Oh, God.
The
What was it called? Ghostbusters 2? What was it called?
I forget.
I just love that it changed based on people getting angry in the city.
Yes, Scarlet Heels. We're not in North Carolina. I'm not. I'm here.
Actually, it's our new hologram transportation technology.
Yes, I'm actually just a hologram. And I'm in James's seat. The hardest difficulty should be Spectacular, since Spectacular Spider-Man is the best cartoon.
Well, that's preference.
Here, what made you guys decide that when you lock on an enemy, the hitbox ignore all other enemies?
What?
I'm confused
I
by
don't
that.
know. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm not smart enough to understand that.
You'll have to ask one of the designers when they're on.
Is it just that I'm gonna guess with the answer here is that we just if you're focusing on one enemy, we want you to I guess we're assuming that you want to do the most damage on that one guy, so we kind of focus your attacks on that.
We have did this DLC have new gadgets and I forget the rest of it.
We're not going to go into details on the DLC.
There you go. Brian, how was your anniversary?
It was great. The fact that people love the game even made it better.
Nice.
It was great. Only thing that would have made it better if the Browns didn't tie. Like it was gonna be like the ultimate week.
Mm-hmm. Beat the Steelers.
People love the game. Anniversary and Browns winning, but I was like, it can't happen. Like something bad's gonna happen if that happens. So I was like, all right.
Well,
I can't talk about football. I forgot.
So the Bengals play the Steelers this week, and So that means like half the team's going to get injured, and then next week we got our game against KC flexed to Sunday night.
I saw that.
So not only is it prime time, but we're coming off the Steelers.
Is it at Kansas City or at
Kansas City?
Oof.
And half our team's going to be injured after playing the Steelers.
Oof,
so
that's rough.
it's going to be rough.
Yeah.
Do you guys...
So we're at E3 now. This is E3 2017. And I do think it's
Where are the puddles?
Oh, God. We haven't got that scene yet.
No, that's what they said. Not my puddle, spicy chicken.
I will say, like, it is. I do think it's fun because, like, this becoming Jefferson Davis was like this was a Yuri for a very long time.
Yeah,
who was
we
talking
changed
to
it,
you,
yeah.
and then it became
JD giving the stuff, yeah.
What was the question I was trying to... This chat's going kind of fast. We might have to pause it soon. Brian, how...
No, that's funny.
Did you guys use all the finishing moves, or were some cut from the game? So that, if so, could you describe one of them?
They weren't. We would definitely wouldn't cut any of them. Everything we made was in the game on that end.
Will there be only the 3 DLCs, or will we reveal more next year?
That's all we're talking about is the 3.
Yeah.
Goodness.
That's
Did you?
That's why I'm glad James is here. He can answer tough
Yeah.
questions.
So this room took forever to get right when we did it for E3.
Oh yeah.
We spent so long on the fight choreography in this.
Needs
room.
more puddles though. Definitely needs more puddles.
How dare you not use
Or
the
you
crane?
can just like Indiana Jones it and pull your web blossom out.
By the way, Crane was not in there originally.
The crane wasn't?
Yeah. Oh, you mean in the previous room?
Yeah, I did it. I used
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
it was. So we
yeah,
used it.
yeah,
You
yeah,
used it
yeah.
in the previous.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
The stealth setup is pretty simple to do.
What's your reaction to 10% of the player base platinuming the game?
That's insane.
That is bonkers. It blows my mind.
I mean,
And we know roughly, we can't say, but we know roughly how many people that is based on like numbers, and it's mind blowing.
Well, we can say.
so
we
why
know
do you
it's
guys?
over
Why do you guys?
3.3
Okay,
million.
so
Yeah.
I mean, is it? I imagine it's probably a little bit easier of a game platinum than others. Maybe is that part of the factor goes into it? I mean,
from what I've heard, and from what I know,
I was actually just talking about this at breakfast.
Sure, it is. It is easier because we don't have like difficulty-based trophies.
Yeah.
So people who didn't want to play it on the hardest could still get platinum, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big
Is anybody
trophy guy.
mad that it's not the hardest game to platinum? Is there anybody? It's like, have we gotten any negative feedback?
What
on that?
say you, Chet?
Yeah, I don't think. I honestly feel like more people are excited. Like, if there are people that are like, "Oh, it's such an easy platinum," there's more people that are like glad that they got the platinum and they were able to get the platinum and feel like they completed everything. I also just think it's because part of it is people just like swinging around and doing stuff so much that they just.
So I was thinking like one of the reasons why one of the good things is because swinging's so much fun. If you're just trying to get from point A to point B, like you end one mission and want to get to another one, you'll just do so many things in between getting to those spots because it's just so easy to get around the city. Mm-hmm. So whether it's like, I'm going to get 2 backpacks, a Taskmaster challenge, and whatever, you can kind of do that really quickly while you're on your way to the next story mission.
Yeah, and so I think a lot of people end up pretty close. I mean, I don't know. We'd have to like look at data, but to me, it seems like people like the fact that they've been able to get the platinum in the game.
Kian says it needs a difficulty trophy. Interesting. It's Spider-Man, not Dark Souls. Not mad, just need trophies for different difficulties.
I have to say, it has been really nice because I get a lot of tweets about people saying this is my first platinum. I've never done platinum before, so I think that's pretty awesome. It's been pretty nice.
I enjoy it.
It's a sign that people are stayed with the game and were super engaged by it, like to stick through it. Especially because I think most of it is pretty reasonable. I do think clearing out every single crime is like a lot of crimes. It's like someone doing like 145 crimes.
Yeah, it's funny. That was the thing I talked about this morning was the like it's a lot of crimes.
Yeah.
See you, remaster. Troll you later. Hey guys, the game is amazing. I'm one of those who platinum the game. It's no easy task to platinum. With the amount of activities to do, it just made me want to keep going. The variety of the game, it made me keep going. Well, there you have it. See?
I like it.
Will there be more trophies with the DLC? Yes.
Yes.
Will there be more trophies?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
the interesting thing is these days, if your patches are big enough, I want to say like other people's New Game Plus patches have had trophies too. Is that true, chat?
I don't know. It's a good question.
That was a good question. I do love, so like this sequence, these guys didn't come out of the elevator when you beat the heavy at E3,
Nope.
and obviously at E3 we slimmed down saving all the Fiskmen so that when you're doing it for stage.
The virtual stage one was a lot longer, and we got some good advice to like maybe tighten this up a little bit.
Yeah, like less guys, less stuff.
Apparently I look more bald today. Maybe it's the lighting in here.
Yeah, the lighting's good so people can see how bad it actually is.
Now you know why I keep the lighting low in North Carolina.
You're skinnier than when you worked here.
I don't know.
Right?
Well, I was, yes, but
I mean, you look good.
I also...
Not that you were big.
No, I was big. But I did, yes, I got skinnier. I got really skinny at one point, and I've gotten a little bigger since then. I need to get back to where I was. But yes, what happens when I have a wife that's a personal trainer now and makes me do stuff.
That's awesome, though, man.
Yeah. So...
That'd be nice. Free personal training would be good.
I wish I did more. Actually, she probably wishes I did more too. But yes, I did.
Do you eat better now?
When I'm at home, yeah.
as like Sean,
really
Sean came over to my desk like, we're going to Howlin' Race tonight. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, like so when I'm on trips like this, or I don't eat great. But when I'm at home, yeah. And I've tried to give up soda, but it's hard sometimes.
I've been doing the LaCroix, even though I'm sure this is probably terrible for me. At least
it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad compared to soda or something.
Yeah.
All right, Wilson Fisk. So here's like one of the biggest coming up. This is one of the biggest changes, and people are like shocked, like, oh, like you made this big change. I liked it better the way it was before, but we've never really talked about this, and I'm excited to talk about it because it wasn't actually a change from the way the game was supposed to be. What you saw at E3, like we didn't change. What you saw at E3 was not how the game was. Mr. Negative was added solely for E3 purposes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we wanted to start exposing people to Mr. Negative was, and we thought it would be a good opportunity, and we thought it'd be a nice little change up. I mean, it was just...
and really him grabbing Spider-Man at the end was a gigantic red herring that we put in just to mess with everyone who knows who he is, because we knew that scene was never going to happen.
Yeah.
And you didn't really get to see him full negative. At the time, we basically didn't even have the full negative effects really finalized by any means.
Yeah,
so
welcome to game development.
Right, totally. And so it was like we could only show him full negative for the briefest of seconds. And we also knew that showing him grabbing Spider-Man would like totally send people down the wrong path for a while, speculation-wise.
I think it works better though.
I can't. The chat is like gone to a complete stop because they're just like, wait, what?
Chat
like,
dared me. I gotta do it.
Oh,
I do it.
You're dancing in front while I'm trying to do. I've done this so many times that I could like almost turn away.
You know who's done this more than anybody? Scott Mahalik.
Yeah, Scott Mahalik. I remember during E3, because we played this live. We played this sequence live during E3. There's a theater on the show floor. We played it live behind closed doors. Scott played for you behind closed doors. A bunch of different people.
Scott demoed for Kojima.
Yep, that was the thing. Scott went out and played the main theater because Kojima was coming to see it in the first showing of the day, and he wanted to play while Kojima watched.
Challenge accepted. Corey was that really annoying though? The dare was to annoy James, and he didn't really annoy James.
No, it wasn't even mildly annoying.
Any plans to add new suits and updates outside of DLC?
You never know.
Never know.
Who knows what the future holds?
Yeah, we're not going to say what our plans are that we haven't said. I mean, lots of things are possible. Obviously, New Game Plus and Ultimate Difficulty are coming.
Is Caboose here?
Just a patchy. I think I saw Caboose in the chat.
Caboose?
Oh man, that was such an expensive ad placement for Osborne 2.
Thank you for making the benchmark challenges linked to trophies. God bless.
Oh!
Did you know Tim said he's gonna mod me in 10 years? I did say that. That's true.
I know.
10 more years. Make more. Oh, that's not for us.
Working on it, Yuri. Call you when it's done.
This game is amazing. Thank you, Spider Pumpkin. Speaking of Spider Pumpkins, it's almost
Hey, Tim,
Halloween.
can you scoot over that way?
No.
Kind of getting on the edge.
On the edge?
Yeah, learn where the camera safe is. Or is
There you go.
this wouldn't
I did
happen.
see a cool.
Ellie Jude Hotel.
I did see a cool promo for the Heist DLC that'll launch before. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty
There's
cool.
all that, all that marketing stuff. Like there's some new videos and stuff that'll be coming out. All of that stuff is getting wrapped up
Yeah,
right
pretty
now,
cool.
so that'll be ready to come out right around the time that it's ready. So
I think the Heist is really fun. Like I was really happy
yeah, you hadn't
about
had a
it.
chance to play much of it because you've been gone so much, and then you came back. It's kind of fun for you to get to come back and play
Yeah,
all
it was
the stuff
actually
you
really
haven't seen.
because I played it and looked at it when I was really early, and then came back from all my craziness, and I was like, maybe I should go away more often.
Yeah. So
Don't
Ryan.
go too much, because then it's like the game just happens without you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let's talk a little bit. Like, I mean, we can talk about this more when we play the Heist in a couple weeks, but we'll get Ryan Smith in here. But like, Ryan Smith definitely was kind of leading the charge. when
So
we were out.
so for people who don't know, Ryan Smith is our game director. So whereas I spent a lot of my time on the story, the overall vision of the game. I work really closely with Ryan on what the design and gameplay elements are going to be, what the focuses are. Obviously, we have design leads, art leads, gameplay leads, but Ryan's really responsible for driving the gameplay design vision of the game. We've been working together for almost 9 years now, and I mean I pretty much trust Ryan with my life. And so as I was doing European tours and crazy trips and all that stuff, Ryan was back at home base, not even making sure that.
I love there's ketchup. Look, there's ketchup that squirts out of this guy's bottle. You
We
can just
were-
barely see it.
Oh yeah.
He squirts. There's this little line of ketchup that shoots out.
So Ryan has been leading the charge on the DLC because, truth, was not done before we shipped. So anybody who thought we should include it in the game, it wasn't done.
Well, we could have just pushed the game back to next year or something.
Oh sure, let's just do that.
Yeah.
And Ryan has been leading the charge, and it's been really great. And there's a lot of like John Paquette, our lead writer on Spider-Man, has been very much involved. Joel Goodsell, one of our lead designers, has been very much involved. And then like Bobby, our animation director. So it's like a lot of people, actually a ton of people from Spider-Man 1 have been working on this, and it's been really cool to see us push and pull things, try new things out. And you'll see that at the start with the Heist. Do you like my promo for that?
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good promo. That was a good promo. 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. It's very exciting.
It's
And you know
really
what's
only 2
fun about
weeks?
this? Yeah, it's only
Shit,
2 weeks.
man, wow.
Comes out in 2 weeks. The other thing that really excites me is this time there won't be any leaks. Because
He just told
there's
you.
no,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no discs. There's
Yeah.
there's nothing. You won't be able to download it until it goes live on PSN. So like it'll be.
It goes live when we say it
Everyone
goes
can-
So
live.
if you
It
buy
can be
all
surprising.
three up front, what's the cost?
$24.99.
So though I think there might be, if you bought the digital, there might be an upgrade to the digital deluxe, that
Which would be
may
20
available.
would be $19.99.
Yeah.
And then they're individually what, $7 bucks?
$9.99. So it's
Yeah,
it's
$9.99.
$30
$10,
individually,
30,
25
is a
or
bundle,
20 if you get
20 in the digital deluxe,
Nice.
essentially.
Real quick, Sir Matt Rodridge Hasnat, I can't even read these, Fitty, Cosmic World, Skull Maniac, and Horse
Duty.
Duty, thanks for the follow. Actually, Cosmic World's Wonder is actually hosting us, so thanks for the host. Anyway, sorry.
No,
Continue.
it's cool.
Was there, so at one point, was there a sequence there where you took over as Miles right after that? And
Yeah, so original,
this is a fairly late cut.
it wasn't fairly, it was, I would say, within the last year of development, we were going to have, we were actually going to have Miles, because it says, like, Miles, where are you? You're going to be late. We were going to have Miles run, basically, run through the streets of New York City to get to the subway. And you were going to see, like, kind of some of the post-destruction. He was going to, like, run into some, like, cops that were his dad's friends. You were going to see him kind of do some more, like, kind of, like, parkour-esque stuff. A, we were running out of time, and B, it just wasn't very fun. It was actually a really, really cool idea by one of our designers, Neil Walker. We just ran out of time to give him the support he needed in order to get it to the level he wanted it at. So it was half pacing, half we just didn't have time, because like it was a really cool idea, and the prototype that Neil did was great. We just had to pick and choose our battles for that. One of those
I will
cuts.
also say I feel like the first time you find out Miles is playable,
Yeah.
at the moment that you do, which we'll probably get to here in a minute or two, is a pretty is a pretty great way. It's like it helps the shock of that moment. Like that moment feels even more shocking because of it.
So Keaton's hosting us now. I have Beast Blood is hosting. Black Alchemist and Le Goblin. Thanks for the follow. So are there any Easter eggs nobody's found yet?
You guys would know better than me. To be honest, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. Like,
so here's a
like
question.
I don't know.
Someone did ask us on Twitter. They haven't found Dan Johnson? Is he in the game?
Yeah, they're both him and Mike are.
It.
Yeah, they are.
I know.
They are.
Nobody that I've seen has found the tributes.
Really? Oh, I mentioned that like 2 weeks ago. Didn't I mention it 2 weeks ago?
I think
that
you did.
Dan and Mike, their tributes are there, but I don't think anybody's taken.
It's hard. It's a big city. It's a big city.
It's a big city. Like that's the thing, but it's like there's also so many posts, so many photos that it's impossible for us to know if you guys have found everything because we haven't been able to see it all.
Well, so speaking of DLC, there will be new photo mode stuff.
Oh, there's a little.
Ching.
So yeah, you're talking about some updates.
Yeah, like there's some really like. So Gil, our UI lead, is him and Jacinda are like obsessed with photo mode. Like I've said in interviews, I'm like, we never knew it was gonna be that big, and like Gil and Jacinda like to remind me like we did.
I think I had an idea. That
they did, and they are really the champions of it, with a lot of people working to make it great. But Gil is obsessed with it. Gil does such a good job with coming up with different ideas and getting gameplay support. I think Adele was really involved in helping get that done, getting that made, and they got some cool things in the works for upcoming. I hope I didn't James spoil something by saying
no, you didn't spoil anything.
All right, I'll apologize later.
Sticker mode rotations? Question mark.
Just wait. I told you there's gonna be photo mode stuff.
Yeah, we're not gonna go into specifics.
I will tell you though, that's not in the DLC.
It's not.
Sticker mode rotations, no.
I don't know.
Well, all right. I'm just gonna. Tim, you're.
Kaza, thanks for the follow.
Yeah.
Joe, with a lot of P's and Metal Shocker, Lumberjack, JM, thanks for the follow.
What have you been playing, Brian? What have you been playing that's not now that
this weekend I played a little bit of Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
we played that yesterday on stream.
I played.
Corey was trying to kill the children in the village.
And he climbed the giant statue with the giant junk hanging.
Yeah, I saw that. I started playing Tomb Raider.
Okay, that was what someone was asking, which is why I brought it up. If you played, if you played Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I played a couple hours of both. I didn't play a ton. I'm so overwhelmed by long games right now. like I read the article of like how long Assassin's Creed is, and I was just like, oh my god, I don't have time.
I put like 20 hours into Origins, and I feel like I barely scratched the surface of that game. And it's like, oh, here's another one. Like, oh god.
I don't think I'm going to play Assassin's Creed.
And then Red Dead.
Because Red Dead's coming. So to me, I'm saving everything.
Did you hear the thing? Someone texted me the other day saying like, whether or not you have the mini map on,
it changes the dialogue. Yeah, they just announced that if you turn off the mini map, the people in the game know the map is off and give you directions and stuff.
But kind of Assassin's Creed kind of does that in their exploration mode, right? Like they kind of have a.
I don't know if it changes the dialogue or not. I mean, they give you dialogue options to ask about stuff, and there's games do similar. Not to toot our own horn, but there's articles about how we have lines read. Exerted and non-exerted. So I'm just.
But between that and the horses testicles, I can only imagine what's in those.
This game is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't start Assassin's Creed or I haven't even finished God of War. I haven't finished anything.
Doesn't Call of Duty come out this week?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Today even. Or no, is it Friday? It's Friday, yeah.
But I think you get early access today, do you?
Oh, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. But speaking of Call of Duty, Gabe needs to play Minecraft with Sage. I'm just joking. He wants us to say Call of Duty. But
I gotta see if we can find some of the Call of Duty fans in the office who have come play some of the Battle Royale mode. Did you like how I just web blossomed that crap?
We'll for sure do Call of Duty next week.
All right, let's go to the City Hall. This is one of the most impactful. So I remember I was texting with someone who was playing the game, and they We're talking. They texted me right about this point. Like, I just did the E3 mission. So awesome. And then they were like, Jefferson Davis is awesome. He's the best. This is absolutely amazing. And I was just like,
they're gonna be hurt.
And I was like, man, I'm gonna get another text in like 20, 30 minutes. And then I got a text, and it was just all capital letters, and it said, why you do that?
Because he took my parking spot at one of the PCAP shoots, so I'm like, just let's kill him.
Oh,
Done.
wow.
Yeah. The truth comes out.
Yeah.
Brian, have you seen Venom yet?
Twice.
You saw it twice? You saw it again?
What do you think about it?
Wow.
I haven't seen it.
It's a movie.
Okay, alright. Question, will you add a mini map with borders?
But I've never seen this fight on a playground.
You know, I've never seen the fight here.
I've never
What is
seen
going
that.
on?
I was
like, what?
There is a
But
fight.
why
on a
are they?
playground. Like, what
I
are they
don't- what is
doing?
it
Robbing
really?
some kid of his lunch money?
I don't know. Why did they set up a... I mean...
At least there's no kids, right?
I've
Yeah.
never actually seen this happen. This is crazy.
No, I don't think I've
Who's
ever...
the... Oh, so that's the person you're saying. So it's like the
Maybe,
teacher or
maybe
something.
being up the teacher.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why are there no locks on those fences?
Oops.
Nobody send that to the ESRB, thanks. Whew.
Oof.
Yikes.
Okay.
That's funny. I had no idea that could happen. That's the first time
I don't
I've
think
ever seen
I've
a crash.
ever seen that setup in the game. Looked cool though.
Yeah, it did cool. It was cool to see like the colored thing. Like
yeah.
it feels like there's a photo mode opportunity in there.
Yeah.
Like you could do a really cool photo on with those work-life balance for idiots. This is on your desk, right?
Yes. Yes. Well done, James.
Sorry.
Well done. Well done.
Is that a real
I don't
book?
know. I pretty much feel like that sometimes.
There's
so,
no way it's a real book. Who's this photo?
Yeah, who's
of the
that?
back?
Who is
I don't
this?
know.
You know that I remember seeing this and I was like, who's the photo?
I know,
I really wanna
it's
It's
know.
gotta be someone we...
But it looked kind of like does he have like really like huge white hair?
Yeah,
I don't know.
kind of.
Can we zoom in?
No, you can't.
He looks like the collector from Guardians.
Yeah, kind of.
No, he's too old. Look, he's not. He's definitely older than that guy. I don't know who that is. We need to find out who made those.
Ask Jacinda. I mean, I don't know.
Jacinda would know. If that is a real photo, Jacinda would know, right, and probably be able to track down where it came from. Because everyone, so like the way that works is she sends out a message for like photos she needs, and then everyone in the studio sends in photos, which is why like some of my photos are in MJ's apartment.
What character? This is a question we're not going to answer.
Yeah,
what characters were deleted from early game?
No,
I won't tell you. I won't tell you who they are, but I can probably tell you how many there were. What do you think?
Don't mouth it. People can read lips, dude. Haven't you ever seen like bad lip
They'll be
reading?
fine.
Like
No, I'm
hold
just
your
thinking-
glove
I'm
in
just
front of your
thinking- I'm
mouth.
thinking.
Was Batman cut?
Yes, Batman was
Okay.
cut.
Just checking. Will you let us have demon...
That said, no one was anything that was cut like
Long.
yeah,
long.
like I mean like
I would say
from the-
5.
anything we cut, we probably cut almost.
I would say like 5.
I would say anything we cut, we'd probably cut before we ever revealed the game. Like any villains.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. Oh yeah, we cut them well before.
Like we cut everything probably within the first 12 to 18
I
months.
remember editing a doc during Christmas break of or holiday break of
2015.
15. Well, when did we debut the game? 16.
16,
Yeah. So on that 15, there was a doc I was editing over break, and four of those characters never appeared in the game.
Yeah.
Who are your top 3 Spider-Man villains in comics?
Don't answer that question. That's a trick question.
Is it though?
Trick question. That is a question that turns into a bad headline. I'm just telling you.
What if I answer the question instead?
Sure.
I don't know. I'm not going to answer the question.
No, I mean,
MODOK.
I mean, but I already kind of said.
I can. How about I tell you non-Spider-Man?
What are your top 3 Marvel non-Spider-Man?
Yeah, there you go. I like
All right.
that.
Doctor Doom,
Doctor Doom. Okay.
Magneto,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and I think who else?
It's a tough question because I got asked this last week. What my
Yeah.
top
So Doom,
comic book villains were.
Doom.
You can include DC.
No,
I love how
don't
MJ
think-
checks her photos. I just,
Doom.
God, just like
By the way, this scene was a fucking nightmare.
yeah, I did it.
This scene was.
You did this scene so many times.
So this is a scene that I think we broke the record for how many NPCs were on set at the PCAP stage at the reserve where Sony Santa Monica is located. I think this is the scene that broke the record of how many people we had actually set up. Obviously not everybody there, but we had a lot of people. It was insane, and like the scene's super long. It's super complicated. Like we redid it a couple times to kind of because things changed. Thank God we have a team that did it because I think we put them through the ringer on this one. This is Carla, our Cinemax PM, probably wanted to rip my head off about 45 times based on the scene.
I remember it got redone.
It did. I'm trying to think who my third villain is.
Non-Spider-Man villain.
Non-Spider-Man.
Although some Spider-Man villains cross over.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh God. I want to say, I don't know who the third one would be. I mean, Doom and Magneto are so high up there for me.
I picked Magneto as my favorite Marvel.
God, I love Magneto. I love X-Men.
Well, everyone knows I love X-Men as well.
Who's your favorite X-Men?
Gambit.
Really?
I freaking love Gambit.
Who's your favorite X-Men?
He's never been done.
Me too.
What? Did you say Gambit too, Corey? What?
Who did you say, Corey?
So
Gambit?
cool.
Gambit's has the cool backstory. He's just never been done right.
Gambit.
I don't know. I always like Cyclops.
Really?
Yeah, no, I
That's
actually
what
like him a
Lauren
lot.
said.
I actually
Lauren-
like him a lot. I actually think he's really great.
I like Cyclops
Over
a lot.
Wolverine and
Yeah,
I love
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
I love Wolverine.
Wolverine is great.
I'm a little overdone on Wolverine right now. Though, like I said, Logan was still great. So, and I'm obviously not overdone because Logan did it.
Wolverine is my favorite.
It's just there's
Wolverine's
been a lot of
probably number
Wolverine
2 for me,
movies and stuff.
behind Gambit. And then I like Colossus. I like.
So this is the moment right here. Like,
Yeah.
it's shocking. I mean, like I feel like this. There was little glimpses of it in the trailer.
Oh, I got it. Red Skull.
Oh, there you
Red
go.
Skull.
There you go. There you go.
Did you freak out when you saw him in Infinity War?
Shh, spoilers.
The movie's like 9 months old, dude. Who gives a shit? And I guarantee everybody in the stream has seen Infinity War.
Except for that one person right there.
What?
I'm just joking. I don't
Oh.
know. Nightcrawler. That's a good one. Iceman.
Yeah, Red Skull is pretty awesome. I had a feeling he was going to show up, though.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
But that wasn't Weaving that did the voice. That's not-
No, they switch up.
Yeah.
So
Joe P, Kaza, Aaron998, King Twan99, The Throat, Dead Pocket, Gilos09, Maddie Masters 2000, and Symbiote Spidey 85. Thank you all for following.
By the way, Hall of Game. We see that comment. I've seen it a whole bunch now. I can't answer that. All I know is that thanks for the feedback, and we will definitely pass that along. He wants better, more crimes added to the game.
So like
Demon
after you
and-
beat the game,
Yeah.
you could still have Demon, or
Yeah.
after you've gotten all the crimes, then the crime.
But
all
we've
the crimes.
we've seen that feedback, and we have passed it along. We can't. They always ask the questions. This is always funny. They don't say like, "Hey guys, it'd be cool if you added this to the game." They always say, "What are the chances?" or "Will you add this?" And it's like I can't say I can't say yes or no.
This is my favorite photo that people have taken. That is just like
Sad.
I've seen this done, and it always
Can we? Is it okay to tell a story about what someone did when photo mode didn't have as many things you could lock?
Yeah, I got it. I don't know what the story is.
Well, you
but-
know the one where at the end of the game and someone wore a certain suit.
Oh,
You know,
I think I know what you're talking about.
the skull, and if someone was on the deathbed.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can tell us.
Okay, so obviously, you can't use photo mode at all times. And when photo mode was early on, it didn't have restrictions. So somebody had the suit, the skull suit on, and they were able to take a picture of Aunt May in her deathbed, and they were doing a selfie pose with that on. It was like death is coming, and I was like, oh my god, it was really funny. It's totally inappropriate, but it was really funny.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is where people have done stuff. I mean, like between the suit where he's just in his underwear, and there's all sorts of.
Yeah.
Who was that guy who got the one shot in the sky perfectly with the airplane going right up? Spider-Man's rear end.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He goes,
Oh, yeah.
I just spent 4.5 hours getting this shot.
Oh my god.
With him swinging in the air in an airplane.
It's like, and it was worth it.
No, we can't share the photo. Sorry.
No, we're not sharing the photo.
It's one of those things that
The Greg Miller suit for the win.
That's not the Greg Miller suit.
You know what I will say though? It was really I saw Jeff Keighley, the Game Awards. They asked for who do you guys want to show up at the Game Awards? And Greg just put a video of him doing his Spider-Man thing, and someone photoshopped actual webs coming out of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, sure, if Spider-Man ever showed up at the Game Awards, I would die. I would die if shirtless Spider-Man showed up.
Kean Prime's asking Corey where his photo mode pictures are, and basically you've seen them all year long. The whole every screenshot of the game is a Corey photo mode picture. Corey and Justin made most of those screenshots. There's some that a few other people helped out on. Obviously, they have slightly different tools, but realistically, I mean, Corey, I think the photo mode tools are fairly close, and in some ways even better than the tool, the built-in tools.
In some ways, they are better.
Yeah, there's stuff that Corey agrees. In some ways,
Spidey will pose for the camera.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That alone makes a big difference. Spidey poses.
Yeah. But essentially, it is almost like our in-game.
There's a lot of the you have access. We basically just are. A lot of that is dressing up the in-game tools, so they're the behind-the-scenes tools for you to manipulate the camera that we already have in the game.
I've seen this question asked a few times now, but we're not talking about the length of the DLC.
No, we're not talking really about anything about the DLC. You're just gonna find out. But
well, we don't even ever really put lengths on our stuff anyway.
Try not to, just because it's so.
Everyone's different.
Yeah.
I mean, I could take 10 hours to do something that someone else could beat in 4 hours. It's completely different.
That I will say that's one of the hardest things to, as a developer. We know people want more content. It's just is it ever enough? Is it ever enough? And it's hard because we want to give as much as possible. We also want the quality to be really good,
Mm-hmm.
So there's just that constant battle between quality, length, and for some people it's gonna be perfect. Some people are gonna be like, oh, I want more.
Mm-hmm.
We do our best to kind of to please, but I mean I've played through it. I was surprised at the amount of content. I think Ryan and the team did a really good job of offering a lot of different stuff that's even beyond the main story. It's some of the stuff that's some of the activities you can do in open world.
Mm-hmm.
I was really impressed.
Well, you bring another speedrunner on like you did with Spyro. We actually, Spyro 2, right? There was a guy who contacted us who's in North Carolina who was Spyro 2 speedrunner.
Yeah.
Who we were supposed to have on, but it couldn't work out yet. But I still am in contact with him, and we will try to have him on at some point.
And we're still open having Ratchet speedrunners, or even eventually, when people will start figuring out Spider-Man runs. I need to go over this, don't I? Oh, God.
I always got tripped up at that part every time when I was playing the game.
Gotta help him.
How did you decide where to put the Stan Lee cameo?
That's a good question.
Well, I think one of the things we wanted to do was put it in a spot where it didn't feel like the tone broke too much. I think if we put some parts in the later part of the game, it might have felt a little bit off in terms of tone. So we wanted the part where maybe it wasn't so dire just yet, and we thought that it just kind of felt right. Well, actually, you know what? Originally, we didn't write in the cameo. We actually didn't write in the cameo, and because I didn't think we were going to get it. I just didn't think we were going to get it. And then I started making phone calls, and it started looking more and more likely. And I actually said, John, look for a spot. Because what I want to do is when we kind of got the conversation going, I want to give them a concrete example of what it could be. Mm-hmm. And we actually sent the script to Marvel and made sure they were cool. I want to get Bill, Mike, and Eric's take on it first. Going what if we make him the restaurant owner, right? Mick.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be funny? Would it be worth? Could it hit that Stan Lee cameo tone? And they were like, thumbs up. And we're like, okay, that works. Then we handed it to Stan's people, and they signed off on it. And then it was just months and months and months of actually getting everything agreed upon, because Stan's really busy. So it was wasn't originally written in there, and then when the opportunity was starting to be realistic, we looked for a place in the game that would happen.
But I feel like I can't think of a more perfect place.
Yeah, it worked out really great.
Even the line itself and the two characters and the
Yeah,
fact that he's
yeah.
Stan Lee and he created that,
That's John Paquette.
Yeah.
I give him all the credit. I didn't do shit. I just tried to help to get the thing done.
Yeah, I mean, like you got Stan in and got him.
So interesting. This was actually so Najee Jeter is our Miles Morales, and he's great. Najee's awesome. I didn't discover Najee, but I recognized him from The Last of Us. He was a character in The Last of Us, and I thought he was really, really good. So we actually had him audition for Miles. So thank you, Naughty Dog, for finding Najee. And what we did was we had Najee come in, and then he came back for a second audition, and he actually, the finalist for Miles actually auditioned with Yuri as Spider-Man. So I brought Yuri in to test with these guys, and this was actually one of the scenes that they tested, was the funeral scene. So they did this one and the one at the very end where he gets his powers and he jumps up on the wall, on the ceiling. So when Najee did this one, I was like, "It's it. He's got it."
We showed a flash of the funeral scene in the Paris Games Week trailer.
Yep.
No one ever guessed correctly who the funeral was for.
No.
Well, how would they have known at that point?
I know, but that was what was so beautiful about it, is we show it. People did guess Aunt May, but generally speaking, people never guessed who it was for, which I think was awesome.
Dan Dog, Full News, Mateo's Cloud, Worky, Rabachi, and the Nuke Tuber.
So how many
Thanks for the follow.
followers have we got on this show so far? You think?
Probably like 40, 50.
Wow.
Maybe more, actually.
Nice.
We the Spider-Man.
And you guys do
stream's
it every.
great.
You guys do it every day.
Yeah,
We average about like
4 times a week, probably. Or we have been with the...
Hey, it's
John Paquette!
Hey!
Come on in, John Paquette! What you doing?
We're doing this thing?
No, we're gonna be in. Hell.
You're going to hell, yeah.
You're going to hell.
Yeah.
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 Is it
We're
time for you
live
to
though.
go?
Do you want to come say hi?
In a minute or two.
Turn around which camera are we on?
Here,
We
I'm
probably
slide
can't.
over
We probably
here.
can't say where we're going, right?
No,
No.
but you're going to do a podcast. That is okay to say.
This is John Paquette.
That's why we're all
I
leaving.
was
Lead writer.
just complimenting John.
Really?
He basically
Yeah.
Only
said,
when I'm out of the room is when you compliment me.
No, they were asking how did the Stan Lee cameo come about, and I was like, well, actually, we originally didn't have a Stan Lee cameo planned, and then when we started talking about doing it, I said, John, try to find a place in the game where it'd work, and you were the one who decided the mix thing.
Yeah.
And then we gave it to Marvel, they liked it, and then we brought it to Stan's people, and then God knows how long later, but I said it was John Paquette. It
hey,
was
quote
all John
unquote,
Paquette.
I didn't do shit.
I didn't do shit. Yeah.
You did actually though.
there we go.
You did a lot of stuff helping to get all that taken care of. It was and that moment of meeting him was like, oh my god.
The Lord and Savior,
So
John
we're-
Paquette. Oh, that's impressive.
Your Lord and Savior, John
I
Paquette.
thought you were Lord and Savior.
I've
I've taken your title.
Yeah.
We cut off MJ to pay our respects to Uncle Ben.
Ugh,
My favorite little...
MJ, always calling.
Well, you know. So you guys are going to go do a podcast that we won't say where or with who, but folks will be hearing soon. Will be excited about. So that's going to happen, and we're almost done wrapping up this episode of the show. So
Maltese Killer
I mean, I think it's
says that's a nice name. Thank you, Spider-Man, for saving. Thank you, Spider-Man. Yes. Thank you, Insomniac, for saving the Spider-Man franchise. I don't know if it needed saving, but
I think Studios is doing a pretty good job with it.
Yeah, I don't think it needed saving, but thank you very much.
he's only like...
I will say, it's been pretty surreal to see LeBron James playing with his kids
I know.
and Lin-Manuel.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
God.
come on, you gotta be kidding me. That's nuts. So it's been pretty cool.
Well,
to see all these
it's like
people.
everybody. There was a bunch of music artists, rappers that were talking about playing it. I can't recall all the names, but it's just like
So-
I go out out of the gaming world, and I see people
So this
playing.
is one of my favorites. Scott Mahalik, who I mentioned earlier. His mom watches Ellen every day, and I guess Ellen was asking
Don't give him the satisfaction.
her band leader or something like that, how his weekend was, and he said, "Oh, I was playing Spider-Man all weekend."
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So we'll be on Ellen next week. No, I'm kidding. All right, do we have to go?
Yeah, you guys have to go. So
Adios.
say goodbye to these two gentlemen.
Bye, guys.
By the way, we're literally almost wearing the exact same outfit.
I know.
Great.
Yeah. Well, it's good news. It's I think only an audio podcast, but maybe there's video.
I think they are.
I hope so.
It should. It should be
nice
video.
of you guys to coordinate outfits like that.
You could like switch seats halfway through.
Yeah, no, I'm running too in a minute because there's concert tickets I gotta buy at noon.
Oh. James.
What?
All right, Corey, you sit down and we'll talk. Hey, real quick though, I know I've been ignoring Kian.
I'll come back once
because
I
I'm
get
sick.
tickets.
I'm sick of the golf clapping. All right, I'm sorry. No more golf clapping. Corey, golf clap for him.
Oh wait, no! I'm supposed to actually clap.
Yeah, you're not supposed to really actually.
Whoa! I
Thomas
actually
did do
forced
a
this
golf
truck
clap.
to stop. Oh no, I didn't.
The joke was I wasn't doing a golf clap. I was doing a
Don't
concert
take
clap.
damage.
Concert clap. That's a concert.
Okay.
What's
Take
a concert
damage?
clap?
All right.
You know when they go like this,
All right,
like
someone ban I have beast blood. He's like, we're stuck with these two idiots now. Well,
you can't even type right.
Here's the thing: he'll watch a North Carolina stream from start to finish.
This is
and
way
just
harder
like-
to read
this
than
your
the
phone?
normal thing. Yeah, that's my phone.
okay.
And complain from start to
I'll be
finish.
back. I'll be back. I'm gonna go buy these concert tickets. Then I'll
Dude,
I'll
this
come
new
back.
chat thing is way harder to read than the old one. This is a downgrade. I can't see what people are saying, and I'm gonna ignore them.
It's not a downgrade. It's a puddlegate.
Wait, what are you talking about? How is this harder to read?
Because
You're
I can
just-
see the glare of the sign against the words because it's a dark screen. It's a dark theme, whereas the light screen.
You can
there's
change.
No
You know,
glare
you
of
can change the theme, right?
I'm just saying this does not enhance the experience at all.
You use.
I'm
light
trying to
theme.
interact with the
Corey
fans.
uses
and you're
light.
convoluting the entire
Hey,
thing.
chat.
You're coming between me and the fans
Chat.
of Insomniac.
Chat. Corey uses light themed Twitch. Who uses light themes? Nobody uses light themes.
Light themes make it so the glare is not all over the frickin' screen when I'm trying to read the words.
I think your studio just needs a better TV setup.
My studio.
You need monitors right here.
We're both Team Insomniac, brother. Don't try to be making factions or anything, all right? All along, I've been trying to
they made the
cultivate
faction.
a strong relationship between North Carolina
Oh,
and Burbank.
that's not
all
what I
along
hear.
from the very beginning, and now you're here trying to splinter us into two factions. I won't have it, man.
I hear every time I log in. Hey, you never believe what Corey said about you yesterday. How did Brian's first ever interview go with Metal Gear Solid 2? What? Oh,
when he was a games journalist?
yeah. Brian
Was that
has
his
to answer
first?
that.
Oh, dude, I hope the question he asked was, what's up with that scene where Raiden runs around naked? That's when I knew. I was like, oh, this is some weird anime stuff going on.
Can maybe you tells us about DLC suits? No, we're not talking about DLC suits. The closest you'll get to getting Burbank versus North Carolina. We did Burbank versus North Carolina yesterday. We did an arm wrestling match.
And I won.
He did.
Dude, the chat's moving really fast. It's hard to play and read it.
Dude, I got this, man. Don't worry. The only reason I wasn't reading it faster earlier is because James kept talking.
Okay.
But I'm used to reading the chat fast. Do you prefer pasta or pizza pasta? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, Kian.
Hey, some guy was asking why they didn't like the AI, and I gave him a really good response, and I want to know if they saw that and reacted to it.
You guys-
I thought it was really clever what I said.
If you guys could make another... We've asked this question before, or I've been asked this question before. I don't know if you guys have. If you could pick another studio to make any superhero game you wanted, which would it be? And I've already answered. I think Rocksteady already made an awesome Batman game, and they are perfect for Batman. So why would I... That's it. What
Who are the guys that made No Man's Sky?
Hello Games?
Hello Games. They should make a MODOK.
That doesn't even... He doesn't... Whatever. You don't even make any sense.
I would play that game.
How many people in Insomniac are dressing up as Spider-Man for Halloween? I do not know. We'll find out, won't we? We'll have pictures ready to go.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
was that
about
supposed to
changing
stealth?
my Twitch name to Soul Adam's biggest fan. Any thoughts? You should do it. How is New Game Plus coming along? It's coming along good. We're close. Yes, we are close. Have y'all done a Super Mario Party stream yet? No, that's tomorrow, right? Super Mario Party
Yeah.
tomorrow? Yeah.
And I'm gonna play Luigi.
And I'm here tomorrow too, so it's not really going to be Burbank versus North Carolina. It's going to be... I'm just going to... But I suck at Mario, so...
You do?
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
good.
I webbed him.
I don't play very many Nintendo games. Can you ask Brian Intar if he could have a backpack?
He's gone, man, and he's not coming back ever.
No, he's gone. He left. He quit. Are you guys going to fix the AI on the boat?
Use these on bags.
Boat? What is this
It's like if you go way out in the ocean, there's like NPCs.
That's not AI though.
Where it gets its
Well, at the boat.
Are you talking about the boat people? The model?
That's racist.
That's what they call them on the internet, man. The boat people
Oh.
on the internet. Is that what you're talking about? That's not AI. First of all. Second of all, why would we fix that? Because you're not meant to go out there. Those are low res models for a reason. Because if you made everything high res in the game, you'd never have a game.
Ooh, electric webs. I have one. Beep. Oh shit! Did I miss? I only have 2 ammo.
You could probably get some more.
Oh, it replenishes.
Okay.
Okay, so I gotta look around for the.
This is weird
The
watching
boxes.
Tim from Burbank. It is weird. I know. I was here yesterday too. I'll be here tomorrow, and I may or may not be here Thursday. Maybe we'll do the Overwatch Halloween event on Thursday.
I have an idea. Let's have chat crowdsource the decision for where we're gonna eat lunch soon because I'm getting hungry.
Maybe there's another
Chat.
kitchen box.
Well, they don't know all the Burbank places.
Well, let's just ask them
Okay, what
what
are the
type of
options?
cuisine. Portos, which is like
I went there for breakfast the other day, but I'll do that again. I love
Cuban
Portos.
food.
Cubans, they're awesome.
Where's the third thingy? There it is. Chinese food. Burritos.
What's the burrito place? Is it a place I've been to before?
Tacos al carbone. I think. Oh no, I forget. That might be what it's called.
One more box should do it.
Subway,
did I get 'em all?
KFC, McDonald's. They're all messing.
So now I can open this thing.
Come on, guys. Come on. Go to the bar at the Marriott. I was just there last night.
Wait. Didn't I get them all? Did I miss one? Am I stupid? Is that one there?
You gotta pull those boxes out. No, not that. Oh, there you go. Yes. you're
Not
right.
that one. Oh, not that one. North Carolina's so much smarter.
We got Bojangles. You don't. Cuban.
Hey,
We
you
got
know
one
that I
for
love
the Cuban.
Bojangles.
We
What's
got-
hey,
in-
oh, look at that. Oh, puddles.
There's puddles everywhere. Is it puddles because he wet himself when he got beat up? Cuban, In-N-Out, KFC.
Ooh, In-N-Out. No, but we just had burgers.
Well, I do have to go to In-N-Out before I leave.
Yeah,
I
but
have
not,
to.
not today.
Not today. Not today.
Dude.
The Mexican place next to Dad's Donuts is good. What's it called? Is there an update on Spider-Man plushies? No. I'm surprised your wife doesn't have a meal prep. Yeah. Well, that's why I go on trips. It's in fact, the bald people can't think. It is, in fact, a thing, yes. But I'm not bald. I have lots of hair.
He does it so that he's more less wind resistant. For wind resistance optimization.
Later, I can recycle this stuff into some.
What do you think about Mysterio being the next villain in the next Spider-Man Far From Home movie?
The viewers dropped.
I don't know. I'm sure the viewers dropped because they wanted to see Brian. They wanted to see Brian.
Guys, I know everything that Brian knows, okay? I've been here the whole time during development.
I do
Anything
too.
that's in his brain, I'm basically like his
How-
Siamese twin, alright? I know I have his thoughts.
I'm pretty sure we all can answer the questions Brian can answer. Brian just sounds cooler answering them. What was our viewer number at? We're at 172 right now.
Oh, really? That's like a third drop. We were at like 170. Sorry, 270.
270?
70 people watching?
We were. We're at
Until
172.
Brian left.
Oh, wow.
Now we're down
Obviously.
to 20.
No, I think it's when John left.
Yeah,
Did you get your concert tickets? We're trying
yes,
to.
I did.
We're trying to
It sold out.
crowdsource.
It sold out instantly too. It was at 500 apparently. I said
Really?
250.
Nah, it was like 270, I think.
Can't believe we're getting a Tim and Corey crossover stream at last. But we're trying to crowdsource lunch.
Oh, why are you guys doing another stream machine? You should have just done side stuff. Why are you crowdsourcing lunch? We're going to the Koji truck.
Oh, that's here?
It's over by the other building. So
Oh,
it's on
yeah,
West
let's do
Empire.
that.
How are we
Yeah,
supposed to
we're
know
gonna-
that? How was I supposed to know? What is the Koji truck again? Have I been to the Koji truck?
If you haven't, you didn't do your time in LA right. That's for sure.
Well, what was it? What was
Korean
it?
barbecue tacos.
I think I did that. I know I did that. I had to have done that. Because when we had the food truck bonanza all the time here when I was here.
No, Koji never came here. I don't think.
I swear. Let me Google it. I'm pretty sure I did.
You probably have had it because it's the most popular LA food. It's the LA food truck that started the whole food truck craze. But I don't believe Koji ever came. to
I
our
do remember
office.
it was parked on what's that road? Not
They
not
have-
Ontario. It was the cross street over there.
They have been over at the other Empire
And I
office.
remember we walked there around the corner and went down.
They also were over at Deluxe on Hollywood occasionally, and I've gone over there for it.
Yeah, I've had that truck.
It's been a while since I've had it. It's really good though. Will Spider-Man get a battle royale mode? No.
Well done, James.
Why
I know
is
how hard it
Koji
is to get
around?
tickets.
Because Koji goes to different offices. It's like Some offices, there's an office nearby here that doesn't really have a commissary, so they always have different food trucks every day, sometimes several food trucks, and they get koji. I'm not actually sure how often. I think it's about once every 3 weeks, but they get koji occasionally, and so we're going to go over there and get
When
some
I
great
worked here,
tacos.
right before I left, actually, was when it died down, but we were getting like 5 to 6 trucks a day.
Oh no, that was during the craze.
Yeah, and we were tweeting them from the office. We were like saying, "Come here,
but
come
like
here."
everywhere had a shit ton of food trucks, and they just wasn't sustainable. And the other thing is, there's a lot that were crap too. Like they were serving bad food, but
there was some good ones though. I remember the first time
there were, and the really good ones either went brick and mortar, like Grill 'em All. Grill 'em All. They're just a store now. So the really good ones either went brick and mortar or they. Or are still around in some cases, like Koji and others. Do you think Spider-Man won Game of the Year? Not up to us. We did the best we could. If we get in the conversation, I think that's good enough. Like, you're coming out in a year. You can't control it either. You're coming out in a year with Red Dead.
God of War.
God of War came out.
A lot of guys.
So,
Yeah.
if people think we're the best, great. If they don't, if they think we're, number 3, fine. If we made a game that's that good that it's in the conversation, then that's we did our job.
Yeah, I think it's just if people are putting us in the same breath as those, great. That's all that really matters.
I can use that stuff I found at the recycling
But you
center.
can't control what people preferences are.
Yeah.
Well, you can actually.
Neither of you guys have Venom.
You do
yet, right?
Pavlov stuff.
I haven't seen
so-
Venom, no.
No.
No, I haven't.
But
I talked about it yesterday.
and Brian saw it twice. He
Yeah,
saw it
Brian-
twice and still
Hold
said
X-
it's a movie.
You're not following the instructions on the screen.
Corey doesn't.
I wasn't reading that. I was reading that.
Yeah, it's
Love using bad guys on
yeah.
weapons
No,
against them.
I was entertained. I think I have some issues with the script and other things with that movie, but I was entertained by it.
It's unfair. Rockstar's been working on RDR2 for 8 years. How's that unfair?
No.
I mean,
There's
that's,
Jeopardy questions, dude. Get to the Jeopardy questions.
Where are the Jeopardy?
why do they start all the answers with what is on Jeopardy? Wouldn't it be no? Because
No,
the
they
whole
asked
show
us-
is the whole conceit of the show is it's a show where you get the answer, where you're given the answer and you have to pose the question.
James,
That is the entire.
James, he asked the same question last week in stream.
I know, but I have actually made it to second round auditions on Jeopardy, and I'm a fan of the show, so I can immediately answer the question.
I met the only guy
No, Red
that beat
Dead's-
Watson.
Red Dead. People say Red Dead's gonna be delayed again. Red Dead can't be delayed. You don't delay if the game is
Oh,
going
good,
to be
I
delayed
understand.
again. Basically, a video game, unless they find something crazy on the disc, like it won't be delayed in the last 6 weeks or 8 weeks because
Can't
the
be. It
game
has to go
has
to-
to be.
yeah.
Once the game has gone final and it is.
Well,
It is-
wait, hold on. What if they load up all the copies of the game onto a train and then someone robs the train?
Okay. You're talking about the biggest train in the world to load.
Yeah.
Like
And the biggest train robbery ever.
so okay, we'll just talk about Spider-Man.
Could
for
happen.
instance. We'll just talk about Spider-Man. 3.3 million copies, right? And obviously, some of those are collector's editions, some of them are digital editions. But generally speaking, like, can you imagine how many? Can you imagine what 1 million PlayStation boxes look like, or 2 million PlayStation boxes?
My imagination capped out at 700,000. So no.
No. All right, yeah, figures as much.
And does
point
your
being-
imagination include
My
multi-platform?
point being, at this point, Red Dead's what, 2 weeks and 3 days from release?
There's no way.
Now, so we're past the point of boxes being made. We're at the point of stuff being on planes and in warehouses all over the world. And honestly, we're at the point of where the game starts, and this is about when it happened to us, where the game starts going from those warehouses into store distribution centers and getting sent to mom and pop stores and copies slipping out into the wild and people playing the game.
Into the wild. That's a nice little pun.
At
Yeah.
the mom and pop stores, they're like, upset about their
Ma and
decision
Pa.
to open a ma and pa store.
What
And
about
like,
a pa
You know
and
why
pa
they call
store?
me ma? Why? Because you're a pain in my butt.
What about the Ma and Ma stores and Pa and Pa stores?
You talked about, people have stolen like copies. There was a whole big heist, I think, of Uncharted. I don't know the story behind that. You'd have
Well,
to
South
ask
America got everyone in South America got Spider-Man early.
Well, but again, that's the thing. Like when you're talking about distribution networks, are totally different in different places. So
At one point, this is when I said a digital future would be amazing because we could just, whenever it doesn't go live until we say it goes live.
Call of Duty's done that, right? Like basically you couldn't play there was, I think the last Call of Duty, you couldn't even play this single player until you got the day one patch.
Well, their day one patch for this one's 50 gigs
for Call of
Black
Duty?
Ops 4.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's
50 gig day one patch.
Hey, has Rockstar said what Red Dead's is?
No, but so Rockstar said it's 110 gig footprint. Minimum. Call of Duty says it's you need 105 gigs, but the footprint's going to be 55 gigs.
Got it.
But the day one patch is 50 gigs, and you need the extra 150 gigs on your system to download the day one patch, and then it installs and I guess replaces a lot of the files.
Yeah, because a lot of times you need to have
tough.
50 gigs, and then you need 50 gigs free so it can
Doesn't
copy
even
into
react.
its install. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you have to have twice the amount that you need because the
I know,
install
it's-
sits here, and then it copies it into the correct places over here, and then deletes the install.
I feel like the App Store is bad at that sometimes, or even like a lot of app stores, not just the App Store, but where it says, "Oh, this file's only a 4 megabyte game," but you really need like exponentially more to download it and install it before it actually presses it back.
I remastered. They say Red Dead's 105 gigs. I'll be curious to see if that includes Red Dead Online or if that will add a bunch more to it or what the.
Oh no, that's not what I
But
meant to
so
grasp.
they said 105, but if you go to the Xbox Store and look at it, it says 110 required.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. Well, and like I said,
Still, 100 gigs is a lot.
yeah.
And how many discs is it going to be? How many discs? It has to be at least 2. Could be 3.
I would think it's 2 then plus a patch, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, everyone will find out. Like I said, the Red Dead copies have to be like the problem is when you distribute millions of copies, and you also have something that's as coveted, and people really want to play it.
Yeah.
People will find a way to get them out of warehouses or steal them. Like it's just we knew that was going to happen when this game it happened. So people will start, I guess if you really care about Red Dead spoilers, I would, just like when you cared about Spider-Man spoilers, I would start being careful about it. Why don't you use your web blossom? Here, give me the controller. Let's use our OP power.
Oh, I forgot that I had the web blossom.
Yeah.
I thought I was still on that other one.
The bulletproof.
Yeah, that cleared it up.
Yeah. Corey's not as good at this game as I am.
Well, I'm only good at playing it in a way to capture B-roll. Because that's how I've trained myself to play it. I'm not good at it in a way to actually beat it.
Okay. Corey, use your superpower. Whoa, is that Tim? Wow, you just must have joined us. By the way, Crazy Riley and Aqua Thrills and Skewball, Mizunuku and Salab.
Are you having a
Pro
stroke?
Rock.
Or are you reading names?
I'm reading names.
Oh, okay.
Feki Muru.
What was that one?
Mumuru.
How does that start off again?
Feki? Anyway, thanks for the follow. All of y'all. Please answer. I put season best.
Yeah. The stuff won't show up until it's available to download. But if you redeem the code, you should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you could always contact PlayStation Support and ask them if you have the entitlement, which they should be able to tell you yes.
This one's mine. All right. I'm executing this son of a.
When is the stream going till?
When we can
We're
stop
wrapping up
whenever.
right at this, and then we're gonna go to Koji Chart.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Yeah.
Not that I don't love the chat, because I do,
Before we do this,
but I'm hungry.
So tomorrow is Mario Party.
Code SM1.
I don't know what we're gonna do Thursday. Maybe we'll have Thomas stream. Maybe we'll play Overwatch because the Halloween event just launched, and I like that. I like the Junkenstein's stuff. It's pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what you might play on Thursday. We're playing Mario Party tomorrow.
Yeah.
I gotta remember to bring my Switch stuff
And
in.
then Friday, what are you doing Friday? Spider-Man again? What are we doing Friday?
No, we're not gonna play Spider-Man Friday because we played it today. Normally, Spider-Man's our Friday game with Brandon Tahar and other members of the team. But we're not gonna play it this Friday because we played it today. So we'll figure something out for Friday. Maybe we'll play Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, that'll be on. But you gotta download that 100
That's fine.
gigabytes.
That's fine.
Maybe we could find a text-based adventure game about Muppet babies.
Maybe
on the
we'll
internet.
bring my Alexa in and we'll play Skyrim on Alexa.
Ooh.
That actually kind of sounds entertaining.
Interesting.
Twitchy Gamer says physical games over digital games.
I disagree, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. I hate getting it. Here's my thing. If physical games did not install the whole thing, then I would agree. But because they already install the whole thing and all that they're there for is to swap.
Not
But
always. Xbox is like that, but not.
okay, most new PlayStation games though, most, not all. But regardless, I hate having to get up and swap the disc just to entitle myself.
So you want to live in a Wall-E world where you're in a little pod
That's
and
fine.
you go like this and the robots do it.
No. What I'm saying,
get off your ass.
What I'm saying is, if it's going to require me to install the full game, it should give me the ability to play it without the disc.
Okay. Well,
That's what I'm saying. And if that's the case, then sure, physical, because it installs.
Well, if you get good at your ninja throwing skills, if you study the dark arts, then you could just be like, and throw it right into the
But I
thing.
also like the fact that I can just upgrade my system, my PlayStation or my Xbox, to a newer version, and boom, everything's there.
You have 3 kids. Why don't you just train one of them to be like, train him like get a beer out of the fridge for dad, put a disc in the console, and you sit there and voice command it.
Okay, on that note,
well, Corey has to go back to the thing to actually turn the stream
Yeah.
off.
Oh, right.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Say bye, Corey.
Bye, Corey.
Thank you all for watching, and Kickbacks and Mikey O and Dr. Spidey and Crazy Riley and Aqua Thrills and Screwball and
I think I said those.
Mazudoku. Okay, well.
But
I
thanks
didn't do that.
again.
Yeah, thank you all for the follows. Thank you everyone else who followed. Thanks to Tim for hosting his Tuesday stream from North Carolina, but from Burbank.
I'll tell you what, it was better company than Thomas.
And thanks, you're welcome. And thanks to Brian and John for coming in to play with us. John, just for a little bit. We'll have more of those guys, like I said, every Friday, so it'll be another week before we play more. And then Black Cat Week, we will probably play Black Cat.
And we're gonna play Red Dead too.
And we'll play some Red Dead 2. Actually, yeah, we'll play. Maybe we'll adjust our dates so we can play Red Dead on Friday.
Well, but you can do Black Cat and I'll do Red Dead. I don't mind.
that's fine.
I don't mind at all.
I'm sure we may both be streaming Red Dead. We're not picking In-N-Out. We're going to go to the Koji truck. K-O-G-I if you want to Google it and see the delicious Korean barbecue tacos. That's all for now. Back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific, to play some Super Mario Party.
It's gonna be super.
And Corey, that's it. So we'll see you guys tomorrow at 2. Bye.